The mighty Battlesnake.
The mighty Battlesnake. That's right. So
You
yeah,
go.
Elliot from the mighty Battlesnake. Welcome to Nightbreed. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having us, Ben.
Yeah, good to see you. All right. So, how did the mighty Battlesnake first get together?
Look, a couple of us, we went to uni together. A couple of us grew up together, and like Benny and Sam, the singer and guitarist, they're brothers.
Oh yeah,
And
cool.
then a bunch of us grew up on the northern beaches of Sydney. Not me. And then yeah, just like through the music scene, basically, like a lot of us were kind of maybe half of us were like gigging musicians before we joined this band, and now this is all we ever want to do.
Yeah, that's cool. And like Battlesnake obviously has a pretty strong visual aspect. Is that something like when you first got together, you're like, we want to do this strong visual thing? Like, was that kind of one of the first ideas, or it come later?
Yeah, definitely. Like I think, well, definitely from the out, we played one show in normal clothes, our very first show, which is at
Mm,
Frankie's in Sydney. Unfortunately, it's closed now.
mm.
Uh, and it was not right. Just like from the beginning, it just was not right. And so, I don't know. From then we just started kind of dressing up in strange, whatever we could kind of find in our parents' houses or whatever. And then it developed. And then at one gig, some guy came along and was like, "Hey, I can print you like custom swimwear." And
Yeah.
we were like, "Yeah, right, sure." And then he was actually good for it and shot us an email back a couple of days later and was like, "Hey, I can actually do this for you." And we're like, "Let's do it. Let's just commit."
Yeah, that's cool. So is there anything I don't know, are they got their Battlesnake guidelines? Like if someone brought something and you're like, no, that's not right for what we're doing.
There are definitely guidelines.
Yeah.
That's you have to have them. And after enough years in a band, you come to that conclusion that guidelines are important,
Hmm.
are important to the survival of the band.
Yeah.
What one big rule we have is that nothing is a bad idea until we've tried it to death.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
if somebody, particularly with writing music, like if somebody's got an idea, they
Mm,
come to you, you can't say, "Oh, I don't think so."
yeah.
You actually have to hear it out and hear it because somebody might be hearing something in their head
Mm,
and you will just not maybe not understand or maybe not hear it the same way. So you have to actually, that's our rule, is you have to actually do the thing first, and then if it still sucks,
mm.
forget it.
Yeah. It's a bit more objective that way, I guess, so you can see what it is like.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah. That's
And that's
cool.
what it needs to be. With there's seven of us in the band, obviously, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what it needs. It needs to be a bit more objective because otherwise there's just way too much subjectivity happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So how does the songwriting work then? Like is all seven of you giving input, or is it kind of like a couple of more songwriting people? How's that work?
Mm. I mean, yeah, the songs definitely require all of us. Like the songs wouldn't be what they are without all of us contributing. But
Mm,
they do start off with like a skeleton crew, maybe like two or three of us, and then we just come up with the riffs and the basic structure or whatever, and bring it to the rest of the guys. And then for the record that we just released, we
mm.
went away for a week up in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales, and just wrote the whole album then. But yeah, that's generally how it works. Like we'll come up with riffs and whatever, and then bring it to the rest of the band, and then that's where the kind of magic happens. That's where it becomes Battlesnake, because otherwise they're just riffs, and anyone can write riffs.
Yeah, fair enough. And what about the lyrical stuff? Is that like is that one person's job, or you'll kind of like put this in there, or, you know?
Oh man, that happens mostly at the beginning phase, but it's so funny the way that we do our lyrics is like we just generally we just think of the most uh the coolest words that we can think of
Yeah.
and we smash them together, and then we just keep thinking of cool words, and then we end up with lyrics, and those are lyrics. And if
Yeah.
anybody's listened to our songs that are listening, maybe that makes
Yeah.
some sense to them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, man. Um, So yeah, May 12th, the debut album came out. How'd the recording go? So when you said you went out off together, was that recording as well, or you just go and write together?
That was just the writing week, and
Yeah.
then uh, I think maybe like 2 months later, we where did we record this? We recorded it in Sydney somewhere. We were just in the studio for a week and just smashed it out.
Mm,
It's like brutal days, absolutely grueling and brutal. Like anyone who's been in the studio and tried to record an album,
mm.
it is no small feat. Like it's a real serious undertaking. But yeah, it's great fun. I
Yeah.
do it. In fact, we are planning on doing it again very
Yeah.
soon.
Excellent. Good to hear. So the singles and the album cover all have similar art style. Is that one artist doing all that?
Yeah, that's actually so. What I love, one thing I love about our band is that we do almost everything in house.
Mm.
Like that is from writing, recording, engineering, mixing, producing, like the artwork. Like Sam, our singer, does all the artworks. Like
Oh,
almost everything that you see or hear about Battlesnake is done by us, which is kind of cool. I mean, there are seven of us, so if we
yeah.
couldn't do it ourselves, it's like we're bloody hopeless. But but that is Sam. That's Sam the singer, and he's got a really unique style of art, and
Mm.
yeah, I love it. Our album cover was actually a painting
Oh wow.
of his that he did for it, and we took a photo of it, and that's it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
Um, Also, your videos, the I am the vomit video, is that authentic VHS or just like a
yeah.
really good film? Like it looks
No,
like it
no, no.
is. Yeah.
It is as shit as it looks. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's a VHS camera. One of our friends, Ben King, he's got like a really great eye for that particular style of, you
Yeah.
know, like he's doing another one of ours coming out soon for
Oh,
another
cool.
track on the record, called Nazarene Extreme,
Mhm.
and um, but he's got like this really unique art style and editing style as well. But that one was really shot on VHS, which is cool.
Yeah, and you got like the old school green screen and all
Yeah,
that.
because like we just think we don't have the money to be
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
something high budget. So then we thought, well, if we don't have the money, what? Let's not pretend.
Yeah.
Let's do it as cheap as possible. Film it on a VHS camera.
Yeah.
Literally, just make it look like shit. And if the content is funny or amusing, then it's still cool. No one cares. Like
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, it's good. Well, people try and emulate that. So if you can do that for real, that's even better. It's
totally,
cool. Yeah.
totally. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Also, really gross to film. Really
Yeah, I
gross.
bet.
It was like freezing cold on that day, and Sam is with the
Mm,
goblin nose and everything, and
yeah.
we bought this like slime from some kids store, some party store or something, and
Mm,
it was just so rank, and he had to submerge himself in this coffin full of
yeah.
it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. What about the flaming sword? How'd you get that going? That looks pretty
Oh man,
dangerous.
we love our flames. We honestly
Yeah.
love it. Oh mate, if you're drinking, I'm drinking.
Yeah, of course, man. Come on. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah.
um, the flaming sword was just um like just white fabric with kerosene. Is it kerosene? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
we just pour kerosene on it and light. Actually, my head got seriously burnt from that. Like the kerosene just as I held it over my head, this kerosene just poured over my head.
Yeah.
So bad, but worth it. Art is
Oh
fun.
yeah, it's great. Yeah. You got that other video, the Warhammer 3 cover, Death is
Mm.
Like the Winter Chill. How did that come together? That's pretty crazy, man.
Oh man, I feel like our I don't know something about our band is like strange enough, but acceptable enough
Sure. Yeah.
that people like the promoters of Kiss and the Xbox people
Mm.
think that it's cool, like edgy or something, but like the right amount.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really know or care,
Yeah.
but but we're getting those kinds of gigs, which is like really great, not only for the back pocket, but also for the experience of doing that thing. Like that was such a
Mm.
high pressure, short time frame. We had like I think we got sent this. So the way that it worked was some advertising agency just pitched us to Xbox, and then we got sent the song, say, on a Monday,
Oh,
uh, and on the Tuesday we're rewriting the whole song, rewriting the guitar part. Like that, some people in Sweden sent like had written the song, but it was like it was fine, but
yeah.
not definitely not us, which
Mm.
was we needed to do that. So Monday we get sent the song. Tuesday we like Battlesnake the Fire and write the solo and everything like that, and
Yeah.
then Wednesday we're at Oxford Art Factory in Sydney, like doing the shoot. That's where the shoot was held. And Wednesday night we're recording the song, and then it's done, and then we
Yeah.
mix it
Right.
on Thursday, and it was like
Mm.
just so quick. But it was really cool to work with those people. They were all so accommodating and really kind, and
Mm.
um, yeah, and like just like a bit of a different. You don't often work with those people as a musician, which is
Mm.
kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. Are any seven gamers at all? Are you into that kind of thing?
Mm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I was young, I used to. I mean, I literally just stopped playing Battlefield like
There you go.
10 minutes
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I used to play. I used to like paint all the Warhammer and stuff like that. So it was
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of it was a real trip
Mm.
to like be involved in that thing. It was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Like we're all like I mean, another huge inspiration for our music is like something like Skyrim.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's like we're definitely into our games. Any art form that's like all about storytelling, we love.
Yeah. That's cool, man. So you recently had a massive tour with like, Smashing Pumpkins, Jane's Addiction, Amyl and the Sniffers. Like these are big names. And there, there must have been loads of people there. How did that come about? That's an awesome show to get, man.
Oh man, we are so grateful. Still, we like cannot thank the people involved enough. We it was actually the same promoters as the Kiss show,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so they just liked us from the Kiss show, which is
Mm.
great.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then so they took a punt on us on the Kiss show, and I don't know, we must have done something right, and then they put us on this one, and it was honestly I can't tell you, it was like a total dream the whole time. The full 2 weeks was just like on cloud nine the entire time, and then
Mm.
I came hurtling back down to earth after we finished.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's mad there, man. Actually, I should go back to Kiss. I got Kiss behind me over
Oh,
here.
cool.
Um, how was that? Like, did you were they very like we're over here, don't talk to us, or did you get to kind of meet them a little bit?
No, that they were super generous with their time. Like they
Cool.
came out and watched our sound check, and like we had a good chat with them and everything, and it was cool. It was like, tell you what, it was actually just fucking bizarre because those
Mm.
people are not not crazy, but like they've been in that world for ever, for their
Yeah,
entire lives, and it
yeah,
is
man.
just so interesting to watch. But they're a total inspiration for us. Like the way that they're able to um, brand themselves, that's a huge influence for us. We are
Mm.
really strong on brand. Like our logo is very particular about the colors that we use. Very particular about everything to do with our brand. And that's definitely driven a lot by Kiss for sure.
Mm. Yeah, that's cool. Um, and I guess the other bands you toured with. So did be hanging out with Billy Corgan or anything like that recently?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, we didn't want to bug him too much,
Yeah,
but we definitely had a chat with him, and he was really kind and had some nice things to say, which was cool.
yeah, cool.
And then the Jane's Addictions guys as well, really cool. We hung out a lot with the Amel guys and
Hmm.
partied a lot with them, which is lots of fun.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome, man. And I saw pics of Billy wrestling.
Oh my God, dude.
That's
Those are
mental,
the
right?
most iconic photos of all time.
Yeah,
Most iconic photos of all time. It looks like for anyone who hasn't seen it, it looks like it's like wrestling from the 80s, and Billy, our guitarist, is being held like mid-air, being thrown onto the ground. So the way that came about, there's this wrestler called Thrill Billy, and is it just became like a really fast friend of ours. You know, there's
Mm.
people that you just like, you're a mad dog.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he one day we were just like, should kind of make sense that we should wrestle, right? Like
Mm.
that kind of fits in really well for some reason. And
Yeah.
Billy was like, I'll do it, I don't care. And then so we did a couple of practices before the crowd was in, and then he just got fucking slammed onto the ground. It was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good.
That's cool. Is that something you might incorporate into your show in the future?
Oh,
Bit of
dude.
physical stuff, you know?
Dude, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Billy can take it every night, to be honest. It's pretty brutal. Like they
Yeah,
are some big boys
yeah,
and
yeah,
big boys and girls. There are women on the tour as well, and they're just big, strong people, and they take some hits. They call them bumps. They call them
yeah,
bumps in the industry.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hits, what's that? We get bumped, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Um, Away from you guys for a sec, what have you been listening to lately? What kind of tunes are you digging?
Oh man, this is gonna be like, you know what oh, actually, so I'll start with something that's like kind of more Battlesnake. The new King Gizzard song
Oh,
Gilla
yeah,
that they
yeah,
just released is really cool and kind of like in the same lane kind of as our record. But
yeah.
I've been listening to um this girl called Lizzie McAlpine. She's just like an acoustic artist, but
Hmm.
so good. I don't know, her album is amazing. And also like Calvin Harris, which is really strange. But he's got like he's got like kind of like a rave track out now, and that's the vibe. I don't know. I've just been like in that kind of vibe for a little bit, and
Yeah,
because we love to in a particularly in our song The Rotten Priest, there's like a big heavy breakdown, but it's also driven by like these dubstep kind of wah wah kind of
yeah,
sounds. So we like are so heavily inspired by every single kind of music.
yeah,
Like
that's fun.
we love metal, uh, but we also love like whatever we can get our hands on, literally.
Yeah, oh, cool, man. That's good. And you were saying before you got another video in the works. When do you reckon we'll see that one?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I mean, the edit's supposed to be done on Sunday, so hopefully in the next week or two would be really nice. But
Mm.
I'm looking forward to it because it's actually just on tour. I had this idea. I was like, we should probably film a video of all this crazy shit that we're doing.
Mm.
Like this is wild. Why aren't we documenting this? And then I was like, well, let's actually just make a. I wanted to make it in the first instance like a doco about it, but now it's like that's way too much effort. Let's just make a shit music video, like, and
Perfect.
but it's got, you know, it'll have the wrestling in it. It's got the
Mm.
wrestlers in it. It's got the some of the live shots in it. It's got us like getting pissed in it.
Yeah,
It's got everything. So it's going to be just like a really hard and fast, fun video clip.
yeah, nice. That sounds cool. And you said you're planning on another album. How far away is that? Are you guys like writing at the moment or something?
Oh mate, we haven't even started, but definitely I'm going to tee up with the boys within the next week or two, and get right now. Our focus is on the album and doing all this kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But yeah, in the next week or two, we'll definitely get cracking on starting on some of those riffs. I'm so keen to, because I'm actually moving to London in like 2 months.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
So we're gonna like just, I don't know. We have to get the have to get the record done before then,
Mm. Yeah.
which is a good. It's good to have deadlines
Yeah,
because
yeah.
even if you don't meet them, you've done more than you thought you would. So
Yeah.
yeah, I move over to London then, and we're just gonna like, I'll come back for tours, and then come while I'm back for the tour that's gonna happen later on in the year or early next year. We'll record
Mm.
the record, and then hopefully it'll be out actually at a similar time
Yeah,
this
sweet.
next year.
Awesome, man. That's cool.
I
What
wish you could do the King Gizzard thing of like releasing 7 albums a year. I don't know how the fuck they do that.
yeah. Yeah. So do you think next tour you'll make it our way? WA?
I can't wait to get over there, man. I
Yeah, be
honestly
good.
can't wait. There's like a couple of people that comment every now and then being like, hey, like, come to Perth or come to WA
Yeah,
or whatever. And I really, really, really want to. So we will just have to. I think what we're going to have to do is not plan it around a tour. We're just going to have to
yeah,
do a one-off show,
fair
and
enough.
it's going
Yeah,
to have to be when the flights are on sale.
yeah,
Literally,
yeah. That's fair, man. Yeah,
man. Because there's 8 of us. Like there's 7 of us plus our sound engineer, and that's a lot of dough and flights. But
yeah,
I'm desperate to get over there. Like
yeah,
it's obviously beautiful, but you guys have this. I say the same thing about every city that doesn't get those like big touring acts through as often.
yeah,
Like you guys, and then Adelaide, and then also smaller cities like Ballarat and Newcastle and
mm,
places like that. They just don't. They have this appreciation for whoever's coming through and
yeah, yeah,
appreciation for the music that they're playing. And I think it's because they just there's this respect there. Like you've come to their city,
mm,
and you know you guys feel how you feel about that. And
mm.
yeah, I'm really keen to get over there.
Yeah. Nice, man. Cool. Well, we're happy to have you. I'm looking forward to it, man. Yeah,
Awesome.
cool.
You have to shoot me through some of the venues or whatever.
Yeah, all
Some
right, man. Sure.
good
Yeah.
good bands to
Yeah,
support.
easy. Yeah, I can think of a few already. I'll flick you a link, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, cool. All right, look, Ellie, thanks heaps for your time, and yeah, fingers crossed you make it here soon, man.
Yeah, I hope so too, Ben.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah.
I am the vomit. I rid the earth of sin. I am the maggot feeding on your skin. I am the venom trapped inside your brain. I am the poison running deep inside your veins. I am the earth and all that lives beneath. I am the mother. I am complete. I am the vomit. I am the yeast. I am the maggot. I am the beast. I am the vomit. I am the yeast. I am the maggot. I am the beast. I am the engine that drives the mortal man.